advantage for Spurs. It's to be fouled! Oh, sick! Gascoigne going to have a crack. He is, you know. Oh, I say!
Messi. Oh, brilliant skill from Lionel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Where am I? Good morning. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. How are we all? It's the day after the night before. Lots of sore heads, maybe. People celebrating, maybe people not celebrating, maybe people disappointed that we didn't come away with the 3 points. I said I wouldn't do a Monday morning show, but I had to the day after the North London derby, right? I'm sure you can all forgive me that. And hopefully some of you are happy that this is going ahead. Smash the like button. Come on, we shouldn't have to play this game every single time. Come on, there's only 27 likes, 120 of you in here. Smash that like button. And the link, as always, is in the comments. So please subscribe if you haven't already as we chase down 11,500. Never thought we'd get there, but we are there. Now we're chasing down 11.5, and then we'll get to 15K, hopefully at some point in the near future. What did we make of yesterday's game? James Maddison has come out and said a brilliant one about Saka trying to troll him. He said, he must have missed it while he was turning him inside out. Look, I think that kind of Saka celebration for me, got nothing against Saka at all, but that Saka celebration kind of sets the tone for this entire past week to 10 days, doesn't it? This entire belittlement of Tottenham and this lack of understanding from every other fan base across the UK as to how Spurs play football. This constant merry-go-round of if you come and attack us and play football, we'll bury you. Well, we didn't, and we did come and play football. We had the same amount of shots as you at your own ground. We had the same amount, we had 53% possession. We had more clear-cut chances, more big chances, more passes. So what happened to if we play at their ground, they're going to batter us? This is slightly different. So what I'm hearing now is the Arsenal fans have moved. I've seen the likes of a Gal and that struggling to understand why they're being ridiculed. Listen, when you come out, and do you know what? This is why I never, ever do this whole kind of ridiculous thing. I never do this. We're going to smash them 5-0, 6-0, because you set yourself up for a fall. And all those Arsenal fans now, all those Arsenal fans that were saying to me, we're going to batter you. All of those guys are the same ones now going, oh, it's really sad you're celebrating a draw. No. We're celebrating the fact that you guys are all so deep in that proverbial mud. Like you can't keep having a go at people. And then when you're wrong, then twist the narrative that it's them that are in the wrong. No, they're in the wrong. So let's say good morning to a few people. Before we do, let's just quickly look. Keep voting, people. 87 votes. The question was, did Spurs deserve all 3 points? So far, 76% have said yes and 24% have said no. So that's interesting. 76% are saying yes. Good morning to JGK1. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Big up to Roy. Good performance, boys. Tottenham stick to the game plan. Absolutely. Vinny Rowley is in here. Big up to you. Good morning, Vinny. You now must be 18 and 2 weeks or whatever you are, 3 weeks. So nearly 19 now. Big up to Skyline in the chat, channel member. Big up to you. Stefan Whittingham has said, morning, Southern chat. Brilliant weekend. Bring on Liverpool. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that later on in the week. We'll touch on it today, but we'll talk about that a bit later on in the week in full. Skyline has said, I see all the scum fans are still bitching. Yeah, they can't just come in and say, you know what, we got it wrong. That's all I think most fans would want. Yeah, we got it wrong. That's it. That's all we have to do. We got it wrong. Bear with me. Just gonna have my morning shake. Lovely. Big up, Kate. One of my favourites in the community. I am very well. I hope you are too. Hope Jim is feeling better and hope that the hospital goes well today. Good morning to Spurs Psych. Hope you are well. Beautiful dogs there. Morning to Mark Kirk. Hope you are well as well. Yeah, positive chat for us today. Paul Connor said, morning all. Great result. Would love to see more consistency in decisions, though, from the ref. Was a shocking performance by the ref. And how did they go straight red for the foul? Yeah, listen, Paul, we're going to talk about referees because let's be brutally honest. I don't think any football fans now understand the rules. And if anyone says they do, I think you're lying because I just don't know what is a foul anymore. I don't know what is a penalty. I don't know what is a handball. I don't know what is a straight red, what is a yellow. I just don't know anymore. It's just so they've complicated a very easy game. 22 men running around a bit of grass. Ball goes in at each end. Try not to foul people in your penalty area. I mean, it's quite simple, really. East London Gooner, big up to you, channel member. Good morning to you, man. I hope you're well. Good morning to Amir. Yes, Strasbourg. Steve, we'll be back this week, won't we, for some watch-alongs tomorrow night and Wednesday night. So we'll be there for the watch-alongs. And then obviously the big watch-along will be Saturday, Tottenham versus Liverpool at White Hart Lane. Always will be White Hart Lane. Happy Monday, Phil P. Thank you for your message this morning. I'll catch up with you later, brother. Thank you very much. Flat Cap Pete, the Cockney Spurs, said, good morning, Savva. Hope you're well. Great result. Looking forward to these games after a real bad season and year for me. Under this new leadership, hopefully things will be good. Yeah, everything is going in the right direction. We know what needs to happen. I think what we've seen already is we've got a very good 11. I think once you scratch beneath the surface, once we start making subs, it doesn't look as strong, especially through the spine. You might get away with it out wide through that spine. Can't be losing those players. Good morning to the Herbalizer. Good morning to Paul Hancock, Phil Moss, Gutsy, not Spursy. Bang on. New words. I can't say hello to everyone, otherwise we'll be here all day. Get some questions in. Let's get some questions in. Let's go through those. Let's all have the group chat together. Just a cheeky hour and 15 this morning. But it's worth noting, isn't it, that I think lots of Spurs fans, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Lots of people may think I'm being too pessimistic here, but I think like most of us today would have woken up expecting that even if we did get a point, that we would have been hanging on, that we would have been under the cosh. They've battered us. They've had 60% of the ball. They've had chance after chance after chance. I think the shock for me is that we're sitting here this morning and that didn't happen, that we did have as many shots as them, that we did actually have more clear-cut chances in the game than them, that we did have more big chances, that we did have more possession. That is the thing for me where I sit there and I go, yeah, something's different. Something's different. It's all right hanging in for games. Like, when we beat Man City normally 1-0 at home and, you sat back, you put 10 men behind the ball and everyone's just literally, everyone's sitting there going, oh my God, City are going to have wave after wave after wave of attack. And then they don't. That is for me, that for me is what I was expecting. Not the sitting back part, but I was expecting a bit more of that. And it didn't happen. So I think that's absolutely brilliant news for all Spurs fans concerned. But listen, let me know your thoughts. Who was your man of the match? Absolutely. Don't forget the 53.1. I'm so sorry. My bad. 53.1 possession. Officially Uncensored, big up to you. Has said, it's been a miserable morning. You deserved a draw. We were very good in the first half and tragic in the second. Some of that was our fault. Some of it was Ange putting Arteta to shame. Yeah, I mean, I did. Sorry, worry is the wrong word because I don't support Arsenal. I did find some of Arteta's decisions strange. In general, I find a lot of Arteta's decisions quite strange. But everyone assures me he's a great manager and Arsenal are in. Why have I just lost 70 viewers in 2 minutes? What have I missed? What has happened? Is something happening elsewhere? Have I just completely done something wrong? I don't know. Let's fight. Anyway, we'll just keep talking, won't we? Ron has said, Savva's reaction to the second goal sums up how much he wanted Spurs to prove Arsenal fans wrong. Listen, do you know what? It's the first time in ages that I can get excited by Tottenham. I found it really difficult to get excited by any goals under Antonio Conte, if I'm brutally honest. I really, really did. It felt like a real slog. But now, not so much. Now it seems like it's good. Savva mocking collectively brings everyone together against them. What a flip. Yeah, absolutely. Jesus, Jerry. Yeah, listen, I think that these Arsenal fans today, there's some really nice Arsenal fans. There are. And then there's so many now that can't just admit they got it wrong. They have to find an excuse. Now, all of a sudden, players they knew were injured are the excuse. Oh, Partey and Timber knew they were injured. Martinelli knew he was injured, right? None of us are going, oh, Bentancur injured. Lo Celso injured. Maddison had to come off injured. Son had to come off with a knock. No one's mentioning that. It's honestly, it's just a bit childish, but you kind of expect it from them lot. Big up Wes said, evening, Savva and chat. Good evening to you, Wes, out there, I'm guessing in Australia. Has said, is Brennan Johnson going to be good for the Liverpool game? I don't know. I'm not too concerned if he's not. I think that the left side wasn't the right side for him. For me, I don't think it worked, if I'm brutally honest. I think he very much looked like a right player, uncomfortable playing from the left. People might disagree with me, but you can just see little things like the way they receive the ball, the way they turn and run at players. It didn't feel natural. It didn't feel natural for him to be out there. I'd rather him on the right and Kulu on the left if that's what we're going to do with those two players. But hey, I'm not the manager. It's up to the manager, isn't it? Amira said weak mentality and he doesn't have his own celebration. Yeah, Bukayo Saka. Big up Taku. Big up to you in the house. Phil Pierce said, are you going back on AFTV in the Big Six to collect your flowers? I bet they don't have me now. I bet they don't. I'll message Turkish and see if I'm allowed. But I literally had 7,000 people in the chat of the Big Six, all collectively mocking me, saying this guy's a bum, typical Spurs fan. He doesn't understand football. He's got this wrong. Saka's world class. Arsenal was superior. Jimmy Costco has said, let's be fair though, Savva. Igal put out a video apologising. Yeah, hang on. I then watched Igal last night on Never a Foul. And he can apologise all he wants in a public video, but then what he goes on to say in a panel show is very different. How they should have been 4 or 5-0 up at half time. Again, it's all of this not being able to give credit to Spurs and just backing Arsenal. It's like, okay, fair enough, dude. You're deluded, but hey, it is what it is. Sorry, what's that sound on? Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. Big up to George. Said Arsenal fans like politicians, preset excuses. Bang on, George. Bang on. Unknown said, I bet they told him to. It depends what we're talking about here. But yeah, let's just go with yes as the answer. Big up to Unknown. Elder said Arsenal fans backtracking like Prime Kante. Big up to you, Elder, aren't they? 1 minute they're celebrating Rodri being suspended for the Arsenal game next week. The next, is it next week or the week after? The week after. Then the next minute it's, but without Rice. Jesus Christ, really? Perez Fly or 1FY has said, morning Savva, well done for your performance for Arsenal. I'll be interested in our game next weekend. You'll never walk alone. Yeah, listen, the Liverpool fans. Listen, I think that too, Perez. I think that too will be a very good game. But I don't reckon I'll see Liverpool fans talking about 5-0 batterings the way Arsenal fans did after hopefully now people understanding how we play. It's not gung-ho. We're not PSV. I think a lot of these Arsenal fans don't watch football and just had a go at everyone and now look silly. Notice how last week I did three morning shows and all of them packed full of Arsenal. Do you remember, guys and girls? Packed full of Arsenal, right? And this morning, where are those people? Where are those people? Nowhere to be seen. Where are the people in here? Smash the like button, people. We should be on 150 at least. We're on 92. And for anyone that hasn't subscribed, the link is in the chat. So please smash that subscribe button and help as we go on our journey towards 11.5, 12K. Very much so. Unknown. Very, very cringeworthy. Chasey has said, hi, Savva, how you doing? My Arsenal friends have all said we deserve to win. Some of my sensible Arsenal fans have, but you know what it's like. You do get the ones online that just can't say I was wrong. Like, I'm happy to admit certain things when I'm wrong. Like I'm happy to admit that Like Chelsea, I thought Chelsea would fly this year. I thought Poch would go in there. I thought he'd really sort them out, get a good 11, and I thought they'd be a really good outfit. Completely wrong. Shocked, but wrong. Just wrong. I don't like, how could he have got it so wrong to make me get it so wrong? Big up Strasbourg Steve said, Arsenal fans just read off a script. It's boring as it is. They've got no answers. There's still, I saw 4 or 5 of them last night on Never a Foul, still sitting there going, yeah, we're in this title race. Why can't we beat City? This was just a blip. We're a good team. And it was like, you just can't admit what's going on. Ron said, Lee Gunner, you guys are getting battered 5-2. No chance you lot get anything. After full time, you guys celebrate a draw. Yeah, I know. This is the sad thing about it. It's just own it. Just say, you know what, I got it wrong. And you were better than we thought. But they all default to this, you haven't won a trophy. And it's like, yeah, but surely that isn't what yesterday's game was about, right? Yesterday's game wasn't about winning trophies. Good morning to Tigaro. Good morning to you. Arsenal for life. Good morning to you. How are you, sir? Good morning. Hugh said, did I hear Savva commentate the game with Neville? I don't know. I went mad at one point into a kind of 3-minute full-on commentary. If anyone watched me, they would have seen it. That was very, very tiring. Joseph, big up to you. Said, morning, Savva. I hope you're well. I am very well. Bet Paul Merson feels stupid after his comment Saturday, just like other Arsenal fans thinking their team would run all over Tottenham. Again, Paul Merson clearly, for a pundit, hadn't done his homework on how Spurs play. It's not rocket science as to how Spurs play. It's really, really not. Unknown thinks Spurs will beat Liverpool. SAH has said pens need to be reformed. Someone that goes down on the edge of the box with no goal scoring opportunity to get a pen of it is a bonkers rule. I honestly, the rules have gone mental in football. The rules have gone absolutely mental. Revolutionary Independent has said Spurs look good yesterday. Big up from a happy Newcastle fan. Well, yeah, your boys now, couple of wins back to back. Good point away in Milan. Things starting to tick nicely for Newcastle, and it's why people should never write teams off after 2 or 3 games. Right? You had a terrible start to the season after your Brighton win, Villa win, and then everyone went mad, and it shouldn't be like that. Blueberry and coconut. Don't like either. Strasbourg Steve said, feels nice to be a Newcastle fan right now. It's great. Very clever there, Steve. Very clever. Sills Diamond said, Savva, thank you for getting me through COVID this weekend. Watched all the shows, and as ever, you smashed it. Thank you. I try my best. I always try and do my best for everyone. So hopefully people did like the shows. Jesus, Jerry. Højbjerg's team lost. I thought Højbjerg, it's difficult. I just don't think this style of play suits Højbjerg in any way, shape or form, if I'm brutally honest. I just don't think it suits him. It's not his type of play. I think he needs to be more in a team that destroy. Just my thoughts. But yeah, I think it's really, really different for him. And I think it's showing. A couple of good passes, but I think it's showing. Liston, big up to you, my friend. I said the cognitive dissonance Arsenal fans are showing today should be studied by psychologists. Very, very good sentence. Yeah, absolutely. They are crazy. Simon has said, Son is thriving under new responsibility and being a leader. Yeah, do you know what? The only thing I want to see from Son to keep improving is I want to see the odd goal here or there, not just the braces and the hat-trick. I want to see the odd goal against the weaker teams. But listen, that's his best position. He should not be moved from there. He's a top finisher. That's where he should play. So I'm really happy that he's playing there. And Ange is not an idiot. Ange realised that immediately, right? He's realised immediately a couple of games on the left. You're not a left winger. Not anymore. You are going to be more effective through the middle. Fair play to Big Ange. What a manager. Ben has said, refs are favouritising home teams to avoid hostility from fans. Has that been a Spurs player? He would have got sent off. Similarly, if that was at White Hart Lane and Nketiah made that tackle, he would have got sent off. Absolutely. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Simon has said Bissouma is better than Rice. Maddison is better than Odegaard. I know which two I'd rather have. Listen, I really like Rice. I really like Odegaard. I'm not swapping them for Bissouma and Maddison. I'm really not. DMB said, when is Bentancur fit again? Does he come straight in or fight for his place? I think he's in training, probably looking at November, to see him play maybe the end of October if lucky. For me, yeah, you've got to fight for your place. I don't think anyone should walk in. Obviously, it depends on injuries. It depends on fatigue. It depends on form. But for me, yeah, you've got to win your place back. Strasbourg Steve said, just a girl lost Spurs. Sorry, it wasn't to me. Liston Hines has said, the Arsenal fans, there's so much mud on them. The entire fan base would be completely invisible if they featured in any given Predator movie. Love it. Absolutely love it. Mixed Mitchell said Arsenal were playing in a low block in the last half an hour. Yeah, I mean, I thought we made them defend well. I thought we really did. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans this morning should be saying, yeah, we didn't quite understand how Spurs played. Hugo Boss Wood, I'm happy with the result, like I said before, as long as we take game to opponent, play the Spurs way and grow as a team, game by game. Completely agree with you. Steve, I agree with you. I think Mickey van der Ven, sorry, you know when you get the bits in a shake. I thought Mickey van der Ven was sensational the whole game. What a centre-back we have got there. What a masterstroke. Yeah, it took 7 weeks and it was really annoying to get it over the line. But listen, really, really good footballer. I think he's done really, really well. And what can you say? What can you say about it? I think he's been excellent. So I'm so far behind. I need to catch up a little bit. Rimon has said, morning, Savva. Really proud of the performance, but watching the meltdown is even more joyous. What did you think of Højbjerg's performance? Thought he steadied the ship when some matters went off. I think he made us more pragmatic. So, yes, you could say about the steadying of the ship, but you see the drop-off from the way we play because he's not a get the ball, drive forward and create, or he's not a get the ball, start play off. So, I get it. He's got his uses, but for me, I just think that this will be his last year in a Tottenham shirt. Mark Cook has said, Savva, how many you want in and out for the January window? One or two maximum. I'm not a believer in every window changing 5, 6, 7 players. I think maybe a centre mid, maybe a centre back and maybe a centre forward. It all depends where we are, right? It all depends. Couple of injuries to forwards and one injury to the centre half, then you definitely need both. But let's be fair, it depends where we are in December. 7 league games in December. So it's going to be a big month, a lot of fatigue, going to pick up injuries. Let's see. Yeah, there are adverts on YouTube, Hollywood Phil. There are. Is anyone else just saying adverts? There are adverts on YouTube. I'm afraid that, I'm sorry. Absolutely. Premium YouTube is totally worth the cost. Yeah, but there are adverts on YouTube. How do you think YouTube gets paid? And how do you think YouTubers get paid? Unknown has said they ain't celebrating a draw. They are celebrating you Arsenal fans being mudded for getting it wrong. I think that's the difference. I'm looking to see if there's any Arsenal fans in the chat. They've all gone very, very, very quiet today. Joseph Tyler said team deserve a lot of credit, especially when they took off Son and Maddison. Timing of when they did, still willing to go try get the winner. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. El Dante said, I think we can win the title, but City need to slip. Oh, I think that's a massive leap there, El Dante. Let's not get caught up of being like the Arsenal fans. I think that's a massive leap of faith. And Arsenal for life, just saying no chance. I actually agree with this Arsenal fan on this occasion. The Big D has said, good morning, Savva. Draw is a fair result in the end, but it's great to see so many Arsenal fans jumping on the injury excuse. Even DOH, even though they know about injuries before saying they will smash us. This is what I mean. They knew they had injuries. This is the moment during the week. Last week, they should have been saying, you know what? We've got a few injuries. This might be tougher. But sorry, if you're a title challenging team that has 2 or 3 injuries, and then you go, oh, well, we've dropped because of it. Man City are now going to be in the next game without their first choice midfield of Rodri and De Bruyne. That's what happens. That's life. John Stones has been injured. I don't see them making excuses as they beat teams. I said Spurs reflects Ange. Cool, calm, collected and on fire. Big up to you. Let's see, Big Boss Man. Let's see this week. Let's see if we start getting the Liverpool nuts in the house. Let's see. Ashwara said Liverpool will be a tougher game. The forward. Listen, I think Liverpool's going to be as equally tough, if not more. They have got so many goal scoring options. They have got goal scoring options for fun. And they're getting. I mean, look, everyone said, "Oh, they've not strengthened," but so far, 1-5, drawn 1, unbeaten, one in Europe. Didn't lose for like the last 10 games. At the end of last year. So they're doing something right under Klopp, aren't they? Am I starting to get excited? I mean, I said I was excited when Ange came in, but it depends what you mean by excited. Are we going to win a title excited? No, of course we're not. Am I excited for the future of the club? Yes, if we keep going down this path. As I've always said, I try and remain calm. I try and remain level-headed that if we're going to do this, that it depends on what the owners and Daniel Levy do in the transfer window, right? They have got to keep backing the manager with the right players. They've got to keep backing them with the right players. So for me, we'll see in the next window what we do. Listen, it's 6 games. Let's take it slow. As Ange said, it's the beginning of the journey. Fans seem to want to run away with it. I'm going to go with the manager. He might be telling you to run away with it, but I'm happy to just slowly but surely see what happens. Dennis just said, what's my opinion on Johnson? I think he's raw. I think he's really raw. I think he snaps at a lot of things. When I've seen it, I saw him last 2 weeks ago play for Wales twice. I feel like he snaps at everything. I don't think there's any composure there. Quick. I think wasted on the left is what I would say. But there's something there. There is something there. Left of centre said, hi, Savva, I hope you're well. What I would to know is, are the TV commentators and match callers enjoying the new Spurs style? It seems like they do. What do you and the viewers think? I think everyone's got to be enjoying it. Surely. I mean, if you don't enjoy that style of football, what is it that you enjoy? I don't know, mate. But I think everyone should be enjoying it. Good morning to Blaine Dev. Big up, sir. Hope you're well. Thank you for all your continued support. Morning, Savva. 2 things. Any update on Johnson injury? And second, I'd be more worried playing Brighton right now than Liverpool. Think we can win Saturday? I'll take the first bit first. I haven't seen anything on Brennan Johnson. I'm sure that we'll hear something from the club in the next 48 hours. I'm not too concerned, if I'm brutally honest. I'm not massively concerned by it. And I wouldn't want to play Brighton or Liverpool at the moment. I think they're both on fire, both scoring goals for fun. 2 very good teams. And again, everyone wrote off Brighton. Everyone keeps writing them off. They can't keep doing it. I've noticed all the people in the summer that were saying certain things, they don't come on the chat anymore. It is funny, isn't it? That you know, when you start to see the names, Blaine Dev, that constantly go at you. And yet when you're right, they never seem to appear. Thank you, Blaine Dev, so much. Before I read the next super chats, people, there's 409 of you in here, only 159 likes. Any chance we can get 50 likes just really quickly? It really does help the algorithm and helps other people come and join the channel whilst we're live. So if we could please do that, that would be great. And please do please do subscribe as well. We're chasing down 11,500, about 160 on the way. So if we could do that, that would be phenomenal. Big up to Blaine Dev, as always. Big up to Todd Bowley. He's dead inside. Yeah, Chelsea. I don't know what has happened there. I'm shocked. I didn't think you'd be in a title race or anything, but I'm just shocked at how bad it's been. But big up to you, Todd Bowley. And then Leon L said, remember when I said be patient yesterday? Yeah, Leon, look, when people are in the moment of the game, we're caught up. It's that energy, that kind of intensity. So I get it, but it's really, really difficult to be patient when you're in a watch along and you know, I'm watching the game, I'm looking at the screen, doing the comments, and I'm eager. And look, the only reason I'm like this season is because I believe in this manager. I believe in what we're doing, and I didn't last year. So you're seeing a different Savva probably because of that. Big up to everyone. If I do miss any comments, I do apologize. I've got loads of comments. I'm so sorry. I can't get to them all. I'm still at 10:26. People are telling me to look at Fabrizio Romano. So Fabrizio Romano, what's he said? Fabrizio Romano, yeah, it's just given the here we go. Hang on, let's bring it up on the screen. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm sure you've all seen this by now. The fact that you're telling me to go and look at it. Here we go. Here we go. Tottenham have completed the agreement to sign Luka Vuskovic from Hajduk Split. Here we go, confirmed. Done deal. It's all sealed on club and player side. 16-year-old top talented centre-back will join Spurs in 2025. So we look forward to seeing you in 2 years. Thanks. We'll see you then, Luca. Thank you very much. We'll see you then. Hey, got to laugh. You've got to laugh. Big up to Fabrizio Romano for bringing that one. Christopher LaPlante has said, good morning, Savva. Very pleased with the results. Arsenal fans never learn. They puffed out their chests all week. When the results don't go their way, they make excuses. Absolutely bang on. Mickey van der Ven, what a start he's had at Spurs. He was so composed and was our best defender. He was our best defender by a mile. He was absolutely brilliant. Rare to see a young player adapt so quickly into a new league. Yeah, top player. Really, really happy. This is why some of us were saying we wanted him over Tapsoba because he fits the style of play better. And you can see that massively. Unknown has said, I don't know why Arsenal went with just Rice as a one-man midfield with Basuma and Sarr. What did he expect? Arteta was being arrogant. Arteta is always arrogant. Troy, big up to you, Troy. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. Thank you to the 2 people that just unsubscribed. Thank you. Big up, Savva. Haven't been on for a bit, but great to be back. Much love to you all, to you and all Spurs fans. Great job yesterday by all involved. Big up, Troy. Absolutely, man. It was a really good day. I really enjoyed the game. And I think, look, as I said, I'll bite your hand off for the point. I didn't change my mind throughout the whole week, and I'm happy with it. Let's see. I feel like here we go. Here we go. Arsenal for life. There we go. I told you these Arsenal fans are ridiculous. They are so childish. It's unreal. Spurs fan has said, hello, Savva. The boys turned at us today, and Ange kept his word on playing our style, not sitting deep. Son talk the talk and walk the walk. Silence the Arsenal clowns. Big up on all of that. Yeah, absolutely all of that was true. Son was brilliant. Maddison was brilliant. Van der Ven was brilliant. I thought Pedro Porro was brilliant. He doesn't get enough praise. And I thought Vicario was excellent. Absolutely. Spot on. Tony has said Spurs played the better football, looked more dominant in possession. However, our backline needs to move the ball quicker to beat the press. Yeah, Tony, I think that will come in time. I think, we've gone from a team that didn't want possession of the football to the team that does. And I think it takes a while to learn that speed and that fluidity. So I think we will get there. Paul said, winning the Champions League Wednesday night, Arteta out by Sunday evening. Yeah, it's what they like. It's what they do. Big up Chloe, who said, should have put money on 2-2. That was my prediction. Me and you both, Chloe. Me and you both. Guys and girls, keep smashing that like button. Keep subscribing. Come on. We should easily be on 250 likes by now. Come on. We've 55 to go for that to happen. And there's 412 of you in here. Musings of a football fan said, morning, Savva. Feel good with a draw, but would have been so much sweeter if we won. Just glad we put up a fight, unlike previous seasons. Absolutely. That's all we wanted to begin with, right? I think most Spurs fans would have looked at the Arsenal game 6 games into a manager's tenure and gone, oh, Jesus Christ, it's Arsenal. Thought we were excellent. Thought we were absolutely excellent. Apologies if I do miss any comments. I'm sorry, there are a lot in here. And hang on, let me move. I need to move forward quickly. El Dante saying we don't need any centre mids as we have Bentancur returning. You've got to remember that Papa Sarr and Basuma are going to the African Cup of Nations. You've got to remember this is probably Højbjerg's last season. You've got to remember that Papa Sarr is only 20 years of age as well. So, it's a lot for him to play every game of the season. You've got to remember injuries. I still think we would need one. And you don't know what Bentancur is going to be like when he comes back. It's a long, old injury, that one. Really tough to come back from. Sorry. Right, I see people are dropping. If people drop off because they see an advert, they've only got to wait 1 second and press skip ads. That's all they've got to do. Jesus, are we in that sort of impatient world now that people can't press a skip ads button? Anthony, so what do I think of the Toon winning 8-0? I think it's a long season for Sheffield United. I was more impressed of Newcastle for the fact that they had 8 different goal scorers, if I'm brutally honest. I was more impressed with that. But yeah, look, Newcastle just find a bit of form. Just trying to find a little bit of form. Kenny has said Guna's gone into hiding. To be fair, he's done the Guna. I know you haven't, but you're one of the more sensible ones. I think when we're talking about the Arsenal fans going into hiding, I think it's more of it's the usual ones. Like that morning last week, Angus was in here and this one and that one and this one and that one. And I don't see them since the game. Hey, it is what it is. Big up, officially uncensored. Said, I'm a Guna. Don't worry. I'm more than happy for you to have your moment. We're getting fried against Man City. I do worry for you against Man City. I just think if we're able to pull you apart like that, I thought at the back, I thought at the back you looked really. I thought Saliba was excellent. That is one of the best centre halves in the Premier League, by the way. Top centre back is William Saliba. Top player. I agree, Jeffman. I agree. I completely agree with you, my friend. People start talking about league titles and challenges, and I just think you're getting a bit. We're doing what Arsenal did last year. Yeah, but supporters will support their team. Rampage, no one's doubting that. And do you know what? It's fans like you who were so wrong last week. It's not that Arsenal fans said they'd think they'd beat us. I would expect that. It's you're getting battered 4-0, 5-1, 3-0 if you play like PSV. Just goes to show, Rampage, fans like you and the other Arsenal fans didn't quite watch Spurs and made your mind up on how we played. That's the problem. That's what everyone's saying. Absolutely, Tigaro. Brighton are very impressive. What a very good team. Absolutely, Machiavelli. United and Chelsea have like 13 injuries each, but Arsenal fans acting like one injury is the reason that Spurs were better than them. It's madness, isn't it? Here's the link. Big up to all of you. Hope you're well. Sean, yeah, our midfield. It's a good midfield. Just to think 2 of these players Conte had at his disposal last year, and James Maddison was offered to Conte last year. Conte could have had this very same midfield free and didn't want any of them. Let that sink in. Rishi said Savva is level-headed. I try my best. I do try my best. Kate, big up to you. Said Savva, hope Maddison and Sonny are able to play Liverpool. Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they were taken off for that very reason, for precaution. But there's it's a week. We've got a week to go. So it's the beauty of not playing in Europe. So, it's all good. Afin Oz, big up to you, my man, has said, don't you think a red in the first half of the season should mean the player is out for the reverse fixture instead of the other teams benefiting? I think that would be great. I think that would be absolutely great. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's go with that one. I really, really do like that. John Langford has said, still buzzing, Savva. Great game. Thought we should have won. I agree. Towards the end, we should have. I'm not being greedy. I really liked the point. I wanted the point in the beginning, so can't be too down about that. Flat Cap Pete said, I hope Spurs fans don't start getting cocky and big-headed like them who we've just played. Bang. This. Level-headed. This. Zuki Spur, you cracked me up. You got it completely wrong on Conte. Now you're just saying the same things you said under Conte. I love it. I know apparently he had a bit of a knock. So no, what you don't want to do is leave him on and then that aggravates and then we miss him for the game against Liverpool. No, I think you've got to, Sonny's your goal scorer. You've got to wrap him in cotton wool where you can. And he's played a lot of football over the years without a lot of rest. So this year, I think it's good for him. He's not playing in Europe. Aidan said, don't think we deserved all 3 points and the draw was fair. Just over the moon, we went there and gave a good account of ourselves. Savva, do you think Son is the answer to replace Kane's goals? I think Son is the answer to replace Kane's goals against teams that don't play a low block. I think when you see Son in behind, I think he's very, very good. I think when teams like Sheffield United sit in deep, it's difficult to get him in the game. I do think he'll be our top goal scorer by a country mile this year, and I do think he'll score goals. If he can get anywhere in and around the 20 Premier League goal mark, he's had a phenomenal season. I just don't want to see him on the left. John Langford saying Savva was bang on. 2-all the GOAT. I just thought it made sense. That's all. No goats here, mate. No goats here. Troy has said, Savva, the simplest way to summarize how we feel about our team is this. Look, I'm just happy. Aren't you just happy? Midori said, I greatly enjoyed Anteta antics for the second goal and Sun's equaliser in the space of 5 minutes. Life comes at you fast. I mean, forget that he's an Arsenal manager, because I never felt this way about Unai Emery. Right? Hang on. I didn't actually feel this way about Wenger a lot of the time as well. But Arteta's just annoying. Like, on the sideline, he's just annoying. Danielle, we've done it. We've done it, Daniela. Yeah, we've signed the 16-year-old, Luka Voskovic. So, yes, don't worry, we've done it. But big up to you. How are you? Are you well? Just a girl who loves Spurs has said, do you think Royal will get any game time if Porro remains fit? I think he'll come on as a sub. To be honest, I don't think he should play. I don't think he's anywhere near the ability as a footballer of Pedro Porro. And this formation involves footballers, technical ability. I've never rated Royal, I'm afraid. I know he's got this little cult following, but he's not for me. Why Jesus Christ's name, Sav? Why Jesus Christ's name? I don't know what you mean. Is this because I said Jesus Christ? Dude, listen, I'll be brutally honest with you. If that's what we're getting at, I'm an atheist. I do not believe in all this mumbo jumbo. Sorry, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. It's just something that rolls off my tongue from where I've grown up from talking. Like my mum always used to say, Jesus Christ. I don't know if that's what we're going with. I don't know. Okay. Noki has said, we just need another creative playmaker like Maddison on the bench. Biggest issue we have so far since without him, our attack is dead. I think that will happen over time. It's why I wanted to get rid of Lo Celso and Højbjerg and bring in another more creative player. But everyone wanted to keep Lo Celso and Højbjerg. What do you do? Dafasher. Am I saying that right? Dafasher has said, commentary said Arteta was like a cat on a hot tin roof, while Ange was like a cat curled up in front of a fire. Absolutely. Troy has said, Savva, as supporters, we get upset. We have to wait a whole week to support our amazing club again. That says so much about how everyone is buying into this wonderful new year. Absolutely, mate. Do you know what, though? I do think it's a blessing not having Europe. I do. I think just look at the depth. There's no real quality in depth. And what we would have ended up, thanks for the 3 people that just unsubscribed. That's not very nice. Is that since I said I'm an atheist? Sorry. If anyone can believe in what they want to believe in, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, he's made everyone believe again that we can actually play football and be a good team. And it's just good to watch. It's exciting. And other fan bases don't understand how bad it was for us to watch. So, yeah, it is what it is. Just to go to Los Spurs, says Zinchenko, White and Gabriel are not on Saliba's level. Yeah, Saliba's a class act. Listen, for me, I'm going to call it already. He walks into the Premier League Team of the Year at centre-half. I'm going to call it. That man is a one-man defence. Lewis has said, morning, Savva. Loving the chat. Really enjoying Ange's philosophy. This season is turning out better than expected. Way better. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Lewis. I completely agree with you. Wow. I literally have just dropped 5 subscribers. I won't mention religion anymore. Wow. I had Saliba as man of the match, but Maddison and Basuma were viable alternatives for it as well. I thought Saliba was good. I wouldn't have given him man of the match, but hey, he was very, very good. Joe has said, Sav, what do you think about us nicking Phillips from City as a replacement? I would have when he came from Leeds. It just depends how, he hasn't played a lot of games lately, has he? But we're probably about to see him with Rodri being out, suspended. So we're probably about to see him. And the MU said, did you lot win something yesterday? What sort of celebration? Straight away, you can tell what sort of a fan Andy is, doesn't understand context. Khalid, big up to you, said, I really like the way our midfield nullified Odegaard. The upgrade from last season's midfield is very huge and impressive. Conte preferred Skip over Basuma and Sarr. Mental, isn't it? I know this is, and then people wanted me to back Antonio Conte. Mental. Absolutely, Drew. Eddie Nketiah, how he stayed on the pitch. It was an awful tackle. guys and girls, if I can get 5 people, it'd be really nice. 5 of you to just subscribe. Just put the link in the chat. It is pinned as well. If we can just get 5 of you, it would be much appreciated. It really does help me grow. There we go. Let's save. There we go. It really would help me grow, and I'd appreciate it a lot. So thank you very much to each and every one of you. Andrew has said, a great result. A great result, Savva. Where do you think we finish this season? If we manage to stay injury-free, still think we need another defender, another centre attack midfield and a striker in January if we're going to get back in the Champions League. Listen, I've said this all the way along. If we can play the same 11 week in, week out, which I don't think you can, I think we can get top 4. I don't see why not. It's when the injuries kick in. If you lose Maddison, like, let's be fair, if you lose Maddison and Son at the same time, massive problems, no goal scorer, no creativity. So, yeah, I agree with you completely. I think, we need to start looking at centre-back, attacking midfielder and striker. But, hey, listen, let's enjoy it while we can. Hopefully we can get through. Hopefully we can get through to January intact. Or damage limitation. That would be absolutely amazing. Jimmy has said, Savva, how would you now consider going to games? I get the leave out stuff, but you always wanted Ange and the football he's playing. The atmosphere is beautiful. Would I consider going to games? Yes. I mean, would I? I feel like I'd be a massive hypocrite if I did. But to be fair, I enjoy the watch-alongs. If I'm brutally honest, I enjoy doing the watch-alongs. I enjoy the show before and after the game. So it takes a little bit away from me. For me to get there as well, it's a long old journey. And I don't know, I quite like doing this during the game. But I don't know, I'll have a think about it. Geordie, 2 for Life, said, morning, Savva. A number of Arsenal fans look so stupid and immature about their comments before the game. Just grow up and admit Spurs were good. No shame in it. I agree, but they won't. You watch. I'm on with Saeed at 12 o'clock. You watch Lee Gunner try and find a way to belittle Spurs fans rather than just admit his team wasn't very good. At Footways TV, I can hear this. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing I mentioned Emerson Royal. Okay. How do I offend? Angelo, grow up, mate. Angelo, grow up. Wow. Gee, wow. I nearly did it again. Wow. Listen, dude, this is what, do you know why? If anyone ever asks me why I don't do any form of religion, it's this. It's these people that get offended because I said Jesus Christ. Wow. Like, just what is the world coming to? Absolute full of snowflakes. Somebody says Jesus Christ and people go, see you guys. Sorry, you've offended me. Get in the bin. Get out and get in the bin. Grow the F up. Wow. Yeah, Simon, they really, really do. I've got some really religious friends and they know none of them ever been offended the fact that I don't care. Listen, I don't care. I don't go to church. I don't believe in it. I don't pray. I always say, if you notice, I always say pray to the football gods, right? Because, oh, wow. Absolute. I mean, Jimmy, I don't believe he was the man of the match in any way, shape or form at all. Van der Ven was absolutely immense at the back. James Maddison was immense in midfield. I thought Porro was excellent. Son was brilliant, but for me, there's no way he was man of the match. Apologies if I've offended anybody else. Wow. Just, wow. I'm just a bit, wow. I'm just so confused by life. I really am. It never used to be like this when I was growing up. People like Angelo, just absolute children. Come on, Savva, be a hypocrite. We got to get you to the Greek. Oh, my good God. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. I've said good God again. You know what I mean? These are just sayings. I can't believe this has happened. Unbelievable. Yeah, later. See you later, Angelo. You've made yourself look like a right child. Wow. I just can't believe it. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, that kind of derailed conversation. Apologies for anyone that is deeply religious and is offended by me talking about their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I don't get it. Oh, jeez. Oh, mate. Honestly, love it. No, David, I find this one funny. David Nicholas, this is funny. Surely you got to see the funny side of this. Real Life has said, laughing my ass off, each to their own. Yeah, listen, I'm not getting into it. This is why I don't. Ellie, this is why I don't. I think so many people who are religious go nuts. It's just madness. Yeah, absolutely. Craig, how did we not win yesterday? Yeah, I mean, we could have. I mean, that chance at the end from Richarlison I thought was creeping in, but the defender got a little touch to it. I thought we had some chances at the end there. Kulu slipped in, Son, who hit the side netting. Yeah, we could have won the game. Football has gone soft like the rest of the world. Amen to that. So for Earth Below, I said, saw an Arsenal fan post game clip on Lee Judge's TV and Kenny Ken. Very sensible guys. Yeah, Lee Judges is a top guy. Very sensible. And then you get these people going 5-2, 5-1. Then try and spin it when they don't win. Then try and spin it. I know this is a bit hyperbolic, but VDV gave me Ledley vibes in that he didn't have to make many tackles. He was already. This is why I always say, people have a go at me when I've said about Romero. This is top defenders don't have to dive in. Top defenders like Van der Ven, just positional sense, pace, intelligence, know-how. He was brilliant. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's a top young centre half, and let's hope he grows to be one of the best. Kate has said, Savva, have you seen Kane in the Lederhosen today? It made me laugh. I've not. I'm sure I will. I've got Sky Sports on. I'm sure I will. Bear with me 1 second. Hang on. Someone says this. Agree. 1 second. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Aaron said, loving the happy vibes. Long may it continue. Long may it continue. It's good to wake up on a Monday morning and not have to defend Spurs on how crap we are. I love Ange Ball in Big Andrew Trust. Amen to that. Oh, good God, good. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just trying to do my own thing. Right, let's get to questions. Yes, there you go. Football is my religion as well. Big up Troy Charm. Jonathan said Madders wasn't man of the match yesterday. He had quite a few mistakes in the first half, and if Jesus had the right boots, one of them would have cost us. Maddison's also the reason why we drew this game 2-2. Isn't it funny how people like Jonathan look for the negative rather than the positive? If it wasn't for Maddison, we don't draw this game 2-2. He was absolutely brilliant for the second goal, pressing, winning the ball high and feeding it through. And he was brilliant for the first goal to get the ball down the left, shrug off Saka, cut inside and pull the ball back. You could look at the negatives. I'm looking at the positives, my man. I thought he was excellent. And when he went off, suddenly our attacking dropped off. Funny that. Yeah, listen, he did well. I thought he was brilliant second half. I thought he had a really hit and miss first half. But listen, the two complement each other well. There you go. Yeah, probably. Yeah, good cop, bad cop vibes. Yeah, I truly believe that is correct. I truly believe that is correct. For me, Van der Ven, though, is just a Rolls Royce. Absolute natural defender. Do you know what I mean, Phil? Just a natural when it comes to the defending. Big up. Keep smashing that like button, people. 263. We should be on 300 to 350 by now. So keep smashing that button. And Saka for Ballon d'Or. Big up to you, who was... takes 20 minutes to chat because of subscriber only. Yeah, I'll put it on subscriber only. Yeah, I do feel like I deserve... If I'm putting content out every day for people for free, why not? Subscriber only. Big up to you, Saka Ballon d'Or. If you're in my chat all the time, can't you just press subscribe? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But big up to you, Ballon d'Or. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Machiavelli said Basuma or Maddison was man of the match, in my opinion. Proud to be a Geordie. Says Saka Ballon d'Or come out from under his rock. Andy said Udogie having a nightmare against Saka. I mean, I thought the first 20 minutes he struggled. And then after that, I didn't see Bukayo Saka in the game at all. Let's be fair. Let's be really, really fair. Yeah, Strasbourg Steve, Netherlands defence in good hands. Botman and Van der Ven. Yeah, they got some good players. Nathan Ake as well. Let's not forget him. Urian Timber. They got some good players, have the Dutch. Just, they never quite managed to put it all together, do they, the Dutch? Martin has said, Big Ange has restored happy days to our Spurs. We have suffered painful football for the last 5 years. Amen to that. Chris Lonnie has, okay, let's not go with that. Elliot said, Romero is as good as VDV, just different. I disagree. And has been on par performances. I disagree. He's a blood and guts action tackling defender and has won the ball well. I disagree. I'm going to disagree. Sorry, for me, I like the calm, composed centre-half that doesn't give the ball away all the time and doesn't just go crashing in. Just me, just the style of play I like. The number of times in that first half, Romero gave the ball away with sloppy passes into midfield, rash tackles. I think he's got to cut that out. He's still got to cut that out. Aaron has said, Savva, what would your midfield be when Rodrigo Bentancur is back? Would he walk straight in or would it be bad for Sarr as he's been a breath of fresh air? As I said, I think for me, it's got to be, you've got to see, look, when he comes back, if it's November, I think you've got to see where you are at that time. Injuries, fatigue, suspensions, type of game you're playing. But yeah, if everyone's fit and playing well, you've got to earn your place back. You don't just go straight back in. That's what competition for places is all about, right? I've said Spurs will win 3-2, dependent. I'm saying that on a Monday, dependent on what happens injury-wise this week. But I think it'll be a great game, and it is what it is. Yeah, I think he should, Foxy. I mean, look, I feel like they've come up maybe 1 year too early. I think he's got to. If you keep sacking managers, who's going to go in there and do a better job? I think it's crazy if they sack him. Yeah, he is a very good player as a doggy. He is. He's growing. He's learning. He made some mistakes yesterday. Had a bit of a flaky first 20 minutes or so, but bounced back really well from it. Really well. Still think we need a better defensive partner for Van der Ven. Is that a question or a statement? Let me know. Savva, can you have some sympathy for politicians being so cautious in what they say? Oh, politicians. Epistemic Autocracy has said, gift Orban in January would be a godsend. I agree. I think this is the type of profile you've got to start bringing into the club now. Stefan has said, Savva, don't mention that Earth is round. It will kick off more than a harmless religious comment, mate. Oh, don't. Honestly, everyone's offended by everything. And look, I go by what Ricky Gervais says, yeah? If you choose to be offended by something, that's on you. Unless it's really bad, that's on you. There's nothing anyone here can really say that will offend me unless it's really, really outrageous. RS12 said, after the booking, Udogie stepped up and got it together. Nice to see the fullbacks are competent and growing into their own. I agree. I was worried after the first 20 minutes, but he really showed. I'm just watching Maddison shrug off Saka there. Brilliant from Maddison. But you listen, people want to concentrate on his mistakes. Maybe we concentrate on the good things that he does. Phil has said, the Boom versus Lee Gunner in the mud or ahead of the curve. Lee has been saying for a long time Arsenal lack quality, strength and depth when other Arsenal fans would choose showing chest. Yeah, but the thing is, then he goes and says they're going to beat us 5-2. So which one is it? Surely you can't have both, can you? Andrew said, Romero is a nutcase, but he's our nutcase. Yeah, he's definitely a nutcase. Fabian Prince said, morning, Savva. Still feel we should have won, but chest out on a nice Monday morning after a North London derby. Yeah, big up to you, my friend. A couple of super chats here. Nabil has said, buy Eze in the summer, plays left wing, central attacking midfield if Maz is out. Listen, I'd love Eze. I'd put him straight in the 11 on the left. I'd have him and Maddison in the team. Yeah, why not? I'd get both of them in. Big up to you, Nabil. I agree. Definitely, I like as a very good footballer. Saka for Ballon d'Or said, reason why Son is man of the match, he's a better finisher than Jesus. He missed so many big and easy chances. Son could have had a hat-trick. Thank God for Raya. Oh, you're not allowed to talk about God on here. People get upset. But big up to you, Saka for Ballon d'Or. Listen, Son had a good game. I think it was a quiet first half an hour. We couldn't really get him into the game. When we did, he was devastating. When we did, he was absolutely devastating. And that's why he's got to play through the middle. Listen, I call it. I said last year, I think he's finished. As a left winger, I think he's finished. As a centre forward, all for it. I'm all for it. And he's scoring goals. Fair play to him. So big up to you, Saka for Ballon d'Or. Savva attracts the nutters. I always have attracted the nutters. I always have. Daniel Harris has said, what I love about Van der Ven is that shoulder drop and effortlessly glides past the pressing striker to open the entire pitch. It's class. Absolutely. I love this. A player comes towards him and you're thinking, get rid of it. Coolly and calmly just rounds his player. He's so calm. So calm. Love it. Flat Cat Pete said, with these songs that are being redone as Spurs songs, what about Angie, a Rolling Stones hit? I don't know that song, by the way. Sorry if I should and if it's really popular. AJMD has said, wish we'd thrown on Valisson. Yeah, I think it's a tough game, 2-2 away at Arsenal to bring on a young kid from another country for his debut. Hey. But listen, I'm sure we'll see him in coming games. Andy Grant said VDV is a bit of a Des Walker. What a centre-half Des Walker was. Who remembers Des Walker? That was a top centre-half. I would love Des Walker. Top centre-half. There you go. Proud to be a Geordie's done it. Big up to you. Proud to be a Geordie. He doesn't fear to tread, does he? Simon has said, just got back from hosing down Arsenal fans. A lot of mud to get rid of. Absolutely. Saar went closer to Adogi as well, so he wasn't isolated. Both had yellows, but still kept their heads. Brilliant for two 20-year-olds. Absolutely brilliant. Big Daddy Shin said, game yesterday shows Spurs need more players comfortable on the ball that can take on players, particularly off the bench. Sure, it will come. It will come. Absolutely, it will come. Where do we buy a decent backup for Maddison? Lo Celso can't cut it. I think I think there's lots of players out there if you scout properly. Someone I would have looked at would have been the kid that signed from Bristol City that just joined Bournemouth as a backup. I think he's a really good player. But hey, it is what it is. United fan, but regular on a shop me. He's been brilliant for us so far. Way better than Malacia. I think we should sign him permanently. Corey, you are welcome to him. He is dreadful. You are absolutely welcome to him. Proud to be a Geordie. Said, why does Arteta celebrate every goal like he's won the league? I know, it is infuriating, isn't it? I honestly, there's something so unlikable. Also, talking about unlikable, 284 likes. There's 438 of you in here. Let's get this to 350. Come on. If we can get 66 people to smash that like button, and please keep subscribing. We're only 2 away now from 11,350. The link is in the chat. Just 2 more subscribers for the rest of the show would be absolutely amazing. Brazeagle. Sorry, mate. It's funny, isn't it? You mention a player's name and their fans turn up. Say, keep your grubby little hands off Eze. We're coming for him. We're coming for him. Neil, we talked about this last night on the Spurs review. Yeah, I thought he had an excellent game. I think he's had an excellent start to the season. An excellent start to the season as well. Listen, I was happy with his signing. Lots of people were goalkeeper experts and said he's no good. No, we should have got Raya in this. I think he's been brilliant. They'll soon, turn on him the moment he makes a mistake. But so far, so good. EAA, I said, Savva, you have to forgive Lee. Back in 2021, when we beat you 3-1, it was the one game at the start of the season he really wanted to win. I think the North London derby just hit some Arsenal fans differently. You can say that again, my man, about Arsenal fans. Why did Romero? I think it was a build-up of things. I think he'd been very lucky not to get one throughout the game. Thank you to the person that did just subscribe. Just one more would be absolutely beautiful. Daniel said, I don't think we should have won. Jesus should have made it 2-0. I think the draw was fair. We went toe-to-toe, but we didn't outplay them like some Spurs fans are saying. No, I think it was, 3% possession more. It's not that much. We match them for shots. We match them for chances. Yeah, I think you're right. A draw, probably fair. Could we have come away with the win? Yeah. Let's be fair. They could have come away with a win. They had a lot of near misses from corner kicks flashing in front of our goal line, etc. Yeah, I'll go with that. For me, I'd swap out Kulu for Brennan Johnson, though. I'd have Johnson through the right, Eze through the left, Madders through the middle, and Son up top. That's what I would do, man. That's what I would do. Yeah, Van der Ven is a very quick lad. A very quick lad. Oh, Mickey, yeah. Martin Richards has said, Savva, we definitely need more creative options because we can't rely on Maddison for creativity. Sure, at least Maddison was a step in the right direction this summer, and hopefully we then go and build again. That's what they've got to do. Yeah, Des Walker was an absolute class act, a world-class top centre-back. Jack Dyson has said, happy with the performance yesterday. Van der Ven looks the real deal. Yeah, Van der Ven's class. He's my favourite defender at Tottenham by a mile. Shafay, big up to you, my man. They said, love feeling confident in this team, but I had my heart in my mouth when Maddison looked injured. Desperately need to get cover for him in Jan. He's so key for us. Yeah, I think everyone's saying the same thing today, aren't they? I think everyone's realising that, yeah, if he does get injured, that we're in a bit of trouble. Savva, on paper, we were arguably the better team overall. I mean, I think it was very close. I think that they dominated the first half an hour. We then came into it. They dominated the last 15 minutes. I think it was very tight, very, very tight. But this essentially is true. A dodgy penalty and a deflected goal. Absolutely. Someone else talking about Maddison. If Maddison is out, it's a real problem as we have no creativity. Does anyone know how A. Devine is getting on in his loan? I don't know, actually. That's a really good point. Has Alfie Devine been playing? Tell you what, let's have a look. 1 second. Alfie Devine. Where are you? Reece Devine. Alfie Devine. Let's have a look, see what he's done. He's played 5 matches so far at Port Vale. In his first game, he played 14 minutes, then 90, then 23, then 74, then 62, then 17. Doesn't look like he's getting full games, but he's young. Hopefully, grows into it. And listen, let's hope that he grows into that and gets more and more time as we go through. I'm going to go for another 5 minutes or so. So please do smash the subscribe button if you will. We're now only one away from 11,350. So big up to each and every one of you. And thank you for all the likes on the show so far. Big up to everyone who's put in the super chats. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. MV, Joker Davis, big up to you, sir. I said, I can see Ange going into the Asian market in January. He always does. Well, listen, we've got to trust this guy now, right? Spurs Spartan ain't Richie close to a ghost. I'll tell you what you did notice when Richie came on, he can't play with his feet, can he? I mean, in the air, he might score some headers, but when the ball went into his feet, he just looked completely off it. He's just not good enough. Well, Corey Dixon said, laughing out, fair enough. Maybe that shows how much of a mess we are when he's our best player. Evans too. Yeah, Arsenal and Man United looked awful, by the way, against Burnley. You got the win, but you looked awful. Lee Gunner is awesome. Says it how it is. This last week he's become the very thing he absolutely mocks hard. Now he's deep in the mud. Yeah, this is the thing that makes me laugh. This is the thing. You can't spend all week saying 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. Then when it doesn't happen, mock the Spurs fans for getting a draw when we were told we were going to get absolutely battered out of sight. But hey, just a thought on Badders Mac-up. Why not promote some youth? Yes, someone like Donnelly, Santiago, Devines at Port Vale could be a shout. We'll see what he does. Actually, see what he does. Raya was criticised yesterday by Arsenal fans. I could see why. First game he was pressured and he was really bad on the balls, even the save. Johnson snatched at it. Yeah, Johnson messed that shot up, really. He kind of kicked it against his foot and then it... Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you on that. Kulu was dominant at what? I don't see it was dominant at all. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we going to... Big up, Savva. I'm just so proud of our team and the fans. Me too, Dave H. Me too. Big up to you. Daniel said, how did Kulu go from so penetrative to about effective as Royale? I'll be honest, I agree. He seems to have become the safe option. You give him the ball, you know you're going to get it back because all he does is cut inside. I just think he is so unthreatening. It's unreal. That's just me. I would have played Brennan Johnson on the right with that pace to let him beat a man. I think you could say this of Kulusevski as well, but without the dribbling. I mean, for Pep Guardiola, sure, but no. In reality, no. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, Kate. Sub to Savva as well. We're only one away from the 11,350. Surely one person. Oh, someone just has. So thank you very much. Big up to all of you. Listen, I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to drain these shows completely. We will be back. We will be back tomorrow, where I'll be joined by Ellie and Kate just to go to our Spurs for our weekly chat. So please join us then. We'll build up as the week goes on to Liverpool at home. But listen, thanks. I've really enjoyed today, apart from people unsubbing because I said Jesus Christ. Other than that, I've really enjoyed it. Everybody, have a lovely day. I'm live at 12 with Saeed, and then at 5 with Rants. Other than that, I've just got a video coming out today. No other live shows of my own. So big up to you guys. Thank you for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you soon. See ya.